I will take care of mine.
No, my life is fine, thank you very much.
Happy to be back with the feds, huh?
I'm not.
What do you mean you're not?
Back with the feds.
What are you talking about? I thought I fixed that up for you.
I resigned.
You what?
Quit.
Why?
Well, for one thing, I didn't like you getting my job back for me.
Oh, for crying out loud. We've been over and over that.
And for another, I figured that I'd outlived my usefulness in that organization.
So now what are you going to do?
Actually, I've got another job.
Where, in D.C.?
Nope. Right here.
Why Bay City?
Well, you're here.
Well, so what?
So I figure I can keep an eye on you that way.
Yeah, but you always said you hate this part of the country.
Well, maybe. But it appears as if you can't do anything here without screwing up. So it'll be good for me to be around.
Ha! It's a blonde.
Forget it.
No, it's a blonde. Every time you do something this crazy, it's a blonde.
Wrong. Wrong. Dead wrong.
Why not?
Thanks. Oh, sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, you're not.
Really, I'll come back later.
No, whatever you have to say, you can certainly say in front of my brother.
Really, I would rather keep it between you and me.
Oh, well, that is really an about-face, isn't it? You, who likes to broadcast to the world, take out your little hatchet and hack me and my career all to pieces.
Are you serious?
Very.
You really think my little tidbit of gossip is enough to unseat such a qualified and outstanding congressman?
Well, it's funny how qualified and outstanding didn't appear in that little column.
Well, I think you're making way too much out of this.
You know, quoting you is unethical, unwise, and just plain adolescent journalism.
Vicky only spoke the truth.
I beg your pardon.
I don't need you to defend me. I'm completely capable of making an apology myself, thanks.
You came to apologize?
I'm sorry for what I did. You know, I never would have said anything had I known it was my uncle's wife that you were running around with.
John Hudson is your uncle?
That's right.
Boy, you have a funny way of saying I'm sorry.
You know, the person you should be with right now is Charlene Hudson. The reporters aren't going to let her go until they get the confirmation that they want.
What confirmation?
She could use some of your spunk. Maybe you should go.
Yes, I agree. You have apologized. We will see you.
You know, I came because Charlene told me I owed you a courtesy, but she was wrong. This is a fair warning, pal. Stay away from my family.
Ha! You see? She loves me. She sent Vicky over to apologize.
It's the least I can do.
I didn't expect to see you back here so soon.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling guilty because I started this whole thing, and I thought that I would come over, try to help nip it in the bud. I guess I was too late. I'll get that. What the hell do you want?
You people called the police, didn't you?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, well, what are you doing here anyway?
I don't have time for this. My aunt is being badgered by reporters. We are waiting for the cops, and I really don't feel like talking to you. Where?
Right in front of your face.
You're not a cop.
Yes, I am.
You weren't a cop yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Vicky, would you please let the officer in?
Officer? Why me?
I'm Officer Harrison, Mrs. Hudson. We received your complaint about trespassers.
Officer.
Charlene, this is Grant's brother.
I'm Josie Watts. I'm Mrs. Hudson's daughter.
It's nice to meet you.
Why didn't you tell me about this yesterday?
About what?
When I saw you were carrying a gun, why didn't you tell me that you were a cop?
I couldn't. I wasn't a cop when you asked me.
You weren't a
If
cop
you could just help us get these people off the property.
Ma'am, my brother's spoken very highly of you.
Well, thank you.
Listen, I understand the situation here. If you're not comfortable with me or you want
No.
another officer, please, I can radio
It's
in.
fine. There's
No,
no
I think we
problem
should
with
get
it.
another guy out here because it's a little
Officer,
too cozy
there
for
are
my
reporters all over this property. It is important that my mother remains calm.
Josie, I am only upset because there are strangers on the property. That's all.
My partner's checking out the barn and the other building around back. We'll escort the strangers off your property line, but I'm afraid we're not going to be able to stay.
Well, that's really helpful. You'll walk off the property, they'll come right back.
No, it's I understand. Anything you can do to help is fine.
Officer, may I speak to you in private, please?
Would that be all right, Mrs. Hudson? Excuse us.
Sure. You get the feeling that those two they don't like each other very much.
Okay, Kojak, are you for real or not?
Well, you saw my badge. See that guy over there? That's Officer Sidney. He's got a badge just like mine. This is my police issue revolver.
I care a lot about this. Charlene is married to my Uncle John.
Oh. Oh, is that why you displayed their private life in a gossip column?
I didn't know that your famous brother was going after my aunt. If I had known that, I would have been much more direct. Now, are you going to get these vultures off the property and book them?
That's impossible.
Oh, excuse me. I thought that little piece of tin said something about protecting the people.
Listen, I told you what I could do.
Fine. I'll handle it myself.
And what the hell is that supposed to mean?
I will write an article about you and your slimy politician brother that will make the little gossip column nugget look like a tea party.
Do you realize how ridiculous you sound? What could you possibly say about either of us?
You don't know me very well, do you?
Just well enough to wish that I'd let that horse run you all the way off to Texas.
I want police protection for my family.
Your family shouldn't be in this predicament.
Oh, and I suppose you think that that's all my fault.
No, I don't. I just wish my brother had never met your aunt.
Well, we agree on something. How did you end up here anyway?
My lucky day, I guess.
This is very important to me. Charlene is having some problems. Some big ones.
I know. And then she met my brother, who's having some problems of his own.
And then I opened my big fat mouth and screwed everything up.
It's not just you.
Ryan? The reporters. I am worried about what they are going to do to Charlene. Would it help if I say please?
Just so long as you know that I'm not doing this for you. Just so long as we get that straight
Yes,
right from the start.
That's fine.
Well, I think I can leave my partner here for 2 hours.
4.
3.5.
Deal.
Another thing.
What?
I'm gonna have to leave the car here, so I'm gonna need a ride back to town.
Fine.
I hope you drive as well as you ride.
Shut up. Officer Harrison has kindly agreed to leave his partner here for a few hours.
We'll try and keep the reporters off of your property, at least as long as we can.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk to my partner and radio in the change to headquarters.
Okay. That was like pulling teeth.
He seems so nice.
He's not.
I didn't know Grant had a brother.
Charlene, I'm going to have to drive him back into town.
Ooh, how'd you arrange that?
Are you kidding? He begged me. Anyway, I know I can't make this up to you, but I can try to keep these slime bags away from you as much as possible.
Vicky, just let it go. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
We'll be fine.
Call me if there's any problem. Promise?
Promise.
I love your haircut.
Thanks, Vicky.
Bye.
Bye.
Well,
All done.
Sorry about that.
these dirt roads are murder on my radials.
You know, you really should learn how to change a tire, Vicky. You're not always gonna be able to find some schlep like me to do it for you.
Oh, I don't know. I'm always pretty good at finding a schlep in a pinch.
Yeah, I'm getting that idea.
Why'd you lie to me?
Already told you that. I haven't been lying to you.
You just woke up this morning and said I want to be a cop, so you went to the police precinct and they said, yeah?
Listen, if I tell you the whole story, will you leave me alone?
Gladly.
You see, I was working for the government until about 2 days ago. The federal government. So I resigned and took up an empty spot in the local precinct.
That's the whole story?
Yep.
So you were G-Man one day and the next day you're playing Law and Order for some sleepy little town in the Midwest?
It sounds like a movie, doesn't it?
Sounds like a crock.
Well, it's the truth.
It's a little career move backwards, isn't it?
Well, I never do anything conventionally.
I don't like cops.
Well, this cop doesn't like you either.
We're even.
Well, I'm gonna take the test for detective soon. Do you like those?
No.
Oh. Do you have a record?
That's one of the few things I don't have.
So why the paranoia?
Because when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time dodging you boys in blue.
Oh, juvenile delinquent, huh? Sorry, I missed that.
Are you ready to go?
You know, when I was changing your tire, I found about 35 unpaid parking fines.
You should check out the glove compartment. It's a lot more interesting.
Do you want me to drive?
Nobody drives my car but me. I guess, your little career move is gonna keep you in Bay City for a while, isn't it?
Looks like that.
Any special reason?
Maybe.
Wanna tell me what it is?
It's got nothing to do with you.
I knew that. And if you get any of that grease on my glove leather upholstery, your next paycheck from the precinct is gonna be mine.